れたものはいつか思い出すはずでしょう。消えた夢の影を探した寂しさの答え、儚さを愛触れてた風に流れて、僕は君を愛せていたか。少し気づくことが遅すぎ、だんだん消えてゆく明日さえも崩れ落ちてゆく。何もないここで一人きり、いつかまた最後の日を迎えられてみれ、また生まれ落ちた君が望む日を。
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm here to talk about another black person incriminating themselves.
Well. I guess I'm gonna do a reaction.
And this is something I do want to address that I've been talking about for months.
Oh shit, here we go again.
How like there are just too many black people out here that will go out of their way. They literally post their crimes and confessing on camera, like even though you mainly see that, or mostly see that with, I wouldn't say mainly, mostly with rap videos, but he literally brags about how like he makes his money literally on TikTok online. And he literally live streamed himself. I think his name is Chasen Z or whatever.
So trying to tell me leave alone? On social media, it's trying to tell me leave money alone. Cedric Dorsey painted himself as a pimp. Why? I'm a pimp. With money, swagger, and influence.
SCCC 333.
But investigators say his lifestyle was built by forced work, as Dorsey trafficked a woman into in Seattle, Bellevue, Kent, and Las Vegas.
So he claims he's a Bellevue pimp, but then later you find out, based on the police investigation, based on their analysis, this man is basically a sex trafficker.
They listened to what that victim was telling them and realized things were just adding up for her and what she was saying, and that she was in a very dangerous situation.
Bellevue Police Major Ellen Inman says patrol officers noticed signs of trafficking and called detectives.
When you ask them questions, they're answering repeatedly in these kind of scripted or answers that sound like they're rehearsed.
And how I discovered that is that there was a woman that happened to be the victim, ran to the construction workers, and once they found out, they immediately reported to the police. And of course the videos really help too, to figure out who the type of the person that they're dealing with, who he is. And he's literally going to get at least 3 decades, so 35 years in prison.
When they served the search warrant on his premise, they recovered $12,000 in cash, along with those 3 firearms, one of which was stolen, and a banned firearm.
King County prosecutors hit Dorsey with charges of human trafficking, promoting and unlawful possession of a firearm.
We see very significant violence, strangulation, beatings, assaults.
But getting to the important part, like I was talking about how there are black people that incriminate themselves. Again, some people don't seem to realize, I'm not trying to make this about like a racial thing, but at the same time it does create stereotypes amongst black people, because the amount of videos that are like this is, and again, this is nothing new. But this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like, and this is not me trying to support or advocate crime, but I'm saying what you do in your personal life, whatever means you're trying to make money. And personally, I don't respect this guy, and he deserves what's coming to him. He was stupid to let it be known what he's doing.
Prosecutor Brayla McGinnis tried Dorsey's case where his own social media posts were used as evidence, including this one about the 304 oath, where prostitutes promise not to cooperate with police and say they aren't victims.
Because what What was this? What was he gonna gain out of this? Like, how is this gonna put him on top? That's one thing I'm trying to figure out. So that tells me he feels like he was untouchable, and that's the one thing I'm trying to tell people on social media out there, is that they feel if they talk about what goes on in their personal life, and they think that the police aren't even looking into this. So I really consider how old this guy is. He must be really brain dead at this point. He clearly hasn't really like fully matured. A man at his age, he definitely does not look young.
Bitches is intimidated to me, you feel me? Because I got standards and I got expectations. Not like the you feel me out. Not like you feel me out. Because I really take care of my man, you know, and I really, you know, put them first, man, you know, because they put this pimping first, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, really pimping more. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I did last night? Yeah. I ate baked chicken. You dig what I'm saying? Stuffed potatoes. You dig what I'm saying? And with salad with cucumbers in there. And you know what I did? I went to sleep and gave my dame the keys and told her, go give me some money. You dig what I'm saying? So she was down for like 6 hours. You hear what I'm saying? And yeah, she came back with 1,000. Yeah, pimping. Yeah, that's how it goes down, man. You know, if she's going to continue making some progression, because she's going to continue living with the purpose, and the purpose is chatty, baby.
But for him to literally, that's something literally kids at school would do. Like, they would brag about it, but I don't think they'd post on social media. And I do want to talk, but yes, there are kids who brag about going out of their way, bullying people, stealing, having weapons and stuff. But some of these kids don't seem to realize, like, and I'm talking about my generation. Yes, it was weird because, like, there was social media, but the only thing that they would incriminate themselves, like, they would record themselves doing is literally flashing guns, making rap videos, threatening they like gonna do something. But I don't know, I don't remember a time where they would literally record themselves literally assaulting people, because there are kids out there that fear going to jail. Even though they've never been there, they knew how serious it was. Like, they feel like they won't be able to live their life, and they feel like if there was no police around, if nobody like caught on to their caught on to their actions, they feel like they can be able to get away scot-free. I'm not even kidding you guys. So that's what I mean, is why, like, back in the day, people were not willing to post what they were doing on, like, in the real world on social media. They didn't literally broadcast themselves committing these crimes because they knew what the risk would be. They didn't want to lose their freedom. But all of a sudden, these new generation of people want to. So I don't know if it's just me, or I feel like the criminals in this day have just gotten a lot more stupid.
Okay, go stupid.
Me, it would never be worth losing my freedom. Whatever, like, the result may be, like the intentions behind his actions, the reason why he's committing these crimes. I personally don't know what he's fulfilling, what he's accomplishing by doing that. And again, yeah, he's a scumbag. So even if he's making some sort of money, it feels like that's an easy way into, like, into fitting in with the public or whatever, or trying to basically provide for himself or his family. I'd say, like, there's always better alternatives without you having to harm anybody.
After being found guilty at trial this spring, Dorsey is now starting a 35-year prison sentence.
We were able to take a very dangerous criminal off the street and hold him accountable for his actions.
And again, it's like, honestly, like, this is why, and I'm not kidding, this is why black people are branded. I'm not saying every black person. This is why a lot of times black people are judged for being criminals, thugs, or very violent, because you have ignorant people within the community out there posting what they do in their personal life, or literally broadcasting themselves, harassing people. And of course, there's not going to be, and other people do it too. It isn't just like, people shouldn't just focus on blacks only. But trust me when I say there are other races of people doing it too. But with black people, they feel like there's some sort of badge on that must tell you that these people really want to go to jail. I don't know whether, I can't assume, like, I can't come to the conclusion why, but maybe they feel like that's their way of getting free food, having their own shelter. Maybe the bills aren't paying it. Maybe they're not doing it for them, and they feel like getting into jail is their sort of freedom of like having to not deal with real life problems. But again, is that like him claiming that he's a pimp and how he made this money, he should have kept it to himself. Chasen said is, again, he's a scumbag. What he did is unforgivable, and like you should not try to involve other people, force them into like following your bidding in order to make a living. So at the same time, it's like I honestly hope, again, he deserves that, since I personally hope he doesn't get out and that his life is miserable, and he deserves the worst. And there is really no sympathy coming from me to him, and he was stupid to actually do what he did on social media, because now he's letting police be fully aware of like now the type of person he is, because eventually they're going to look into it and see what type of history that he has, whether he's an active criminal or whether he's a first offender. So I don't know about the sentence, whether maybe he's been caught up before, but I can't, whether to say it's justified, it all depends on the law, you guys.
Until then, plays through the games, wins through the prizes. No more talk.
But overall, I feel like I said enough, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.
Linger bright, 蘇る